What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Shooting Bricks. I'm Akeem, and I'm here with my boy
Chip Goldstein.
Chip Goldstein is in the building. Our boy Blue is out of town, so it's gonna be me and Chippy holding it down today. So I think you think we can handle it without Blue?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. We got some great games to look at today from the last couple days, and also some just interesting stuff has been popping off in basketball that I kind of want to talk about. So, Chipper, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, before we get into the clips, because I know you used to be, you used to be a Philadelphia fan, and the 76ers kind of surprised me by winning Game 5. What was your thoughts on that? Because they can clinch right now as we speak, as we're recording.
Yeah, so the game is actually going on as we record, but we were dedicated to this craft, so we had to come in here and get this episode out for you guys first. But it's exciting for Philadelphia fans. I wouldn't know because I'm a Laker fan now because I live in LA. And I guess what they been calling me now? A bandwagoner? I don't think that's what it is.
Bandwagon fan.
I've been living in LA for 10 years. I told y'all when the Lakers were trash that I was jumping ship. It's just I never lived in a city that had their own team, and I don't know. It feels good every day. I wake up and I see Lakers stuff everywhere. It was contagious.
Yeah, that's kind of how that's why I'm such a big Orlando fan. For the longest time, it was the only thing in town. That's why I don't really have an interest in baseball.
Yeah.
So football, not really hockey, anything, just basketball for me.
Yeah. I don't mind, and I know y'all gonna give me shit in the comments. Give me shit if you will. I don't mind it. I grew up in a city that didn't have any sports teams, so I had to pick my teams at a young age. And I live in a city with a team now, so I'm going to support them. And you can feel however you want to feel about it. Anyways, though, the Sixer thing, it's special for Sixer fans, man. It's been
2001.
It's been since 2001 since we've been to the finals. And if they have a shot at a chip this year. And the last time they got one was 82? 83?
Over the Lakers, Dr. J, and they
over the Lakers, yeah.
Moses Malone.
So I know their fan base is buzzing. They've been waiting for the Sixers to get to where they are now, and they have incredible players right now, which they've been looking for. The process was just excruciating, going through all of that, just having teams that were breaking records for the worst record ever and stuff like this. This franchise deserves what they have right now. Yeah. So I'm happy for Philadelphia. I'm just mad that they decided to get good after I'd already told everybody that I'm
JJ Redick's got them right now as the third favorite to win the title out of the remaining teams.
Third favorite to win a title.
Yeah, I think it was Denver. I think it was Denver was number 2, Philly was number 3, and maybe it was Denver 1, Philly 2, and then they had Miami 3.
JJ Redick had that?
Yeah, I may be wrong about Miami, but I know Denver and Philadelphia were back-to-back in the top 3.
All right, JJ, I'm gonna need some of whatever he's on, bro. I'm gonna do whatever he's on. Miami, I think it's so cool what they're doing right now, but I don't see them winning a title.
No, I don't see them getting any further than the Eastern Conference Finals.
Me either. They're gonna lose to Philly. But Philly has to close it out tonight, man. Over the last few years, Philly has not played well against Boston in the playoffs. They're finally playing well against Boston in the playoffs. They got Boston's backs against the wall. It's time to close it out.
Exactly.
Don't let this go to 7 because I know exactly what happens to Philly if this series goes to 7 games.
Oh yeah, and we had some great Game 5s yesterday. They were kind of predictable, the outcome. So they were the chip picks were the obvious ones from yesterday. The Heat. And the Heat losing to the Knicks in New York, and then there's no way Golden State was going to lose in Golden State in Game 5.
They knew they had to win that game. Yeah, we got the Miami New York starting right here.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is some of the highlights from last night. It was a great game. I saw some people online just absolutely panicking when when the New York Knicks were down by 10 in the first quarter. I saw so many people typing things on the message boards, and I love going on the message boards and stirring the pot, and I was calling them out for being fair weather fans. They quit after the first quarter. They were like, oh, the next season's done. They're not going to win this game. They need to fire Thibodeau. They need to get Jalen Brunson more help. And then they dominated the rest of the game.
Dude, I always think it's funny, the cities that are spoiled with, with having good teams like New York, right? The Knicks haven't been great in recent years or much at all throughout history,
Yeah.
to be honest. They get a little bit more credit than they should. But they have like the Yankees. They have other teams that win. Those fan bases can get so spoiled, and as soon as anything goes like slightly wrong, they hit the panic button.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And Thibodeau's a great coach. I don't know why they'd be calling for him to be losing his job when the last 3 years have probably been the most successful the Knicks have had
They've been in a while.
since like 1999.
Yep.
2013, they had Carmelo, they had Amari, but that
was a fun team, but nobody thought they were going to win a championship.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that about this New York Knicks team. They're fun to watch. I like the energy. I like a lot of the young guys on their team. They're going to grow. They're going to get a lot better. This team isn't winning a championship this year.
No, they need more help. They need more. They need more mentally strong. I think they need
100%. They need a
shooting guard, small forward.
I love Julius Randle, but they need like a leader who like is gonna take matters into. So they need a Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
but like
that's what
I
I was
said
thinking.
The other day on the pod, like Jaylen Brown would be perfect on that team. They need a strong like wing dog out there. And I think that's their missing piece. I think that's what they need to really compete.
It's
for a
funny you just said Jaylen Brown because I saw this thing that says like dream scenario, dream trade targets for teams, and they showed a picture of Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Jaylen Brown. I didn't really see who they were going to trade for Jaylen Brown, but if the Golden State Warriors somehow picked him up, that would be insane.
I would don't even make me think that might happen. I would be annoyed again. But I want to go back to what you were saying about the New York fans because I actually saw an interesting video. I've been seeing them over like the last few years. I think the Bing Bong thing that went viral last year was because of the Knicks. Like these Knick like fan reactions now that they're back in the playoffs and they started winning the playoffs. Like every time they win a playoff game, there's these wild videos of New York Knicks fans in the street just like saying the most wild just things, like going crazy. I was wondering because I saw because they've been quiet the last few games because they've been losing. And then they won this game, and then I saw another one of those videos. Have you seen what I'm talking about?
I have not, because the only video I've seen of the Knicks is when they won. Was it game 3 and 4 of the first round? Like you would have thought they won the world championship.
It's that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's fans on the street, right?
Yeah, it was so packed.
Yeah, it's that stuff. We gonna pop a video for y'all to see what I'm talking about. But when does that start to get annoying? Like. It's a little too much, right? For like second round of the playoffs. Am I tripping or?
No, I mean, did you see the Sacramento fan base in the first round?
Yeah, okay. Look, I'm going to give Sacramento, that's different. Sacramento ain't been to the playoffs
since Chris Webber.
Yeah, since I was a preteen.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a long time. So I'm gonna let them get away with it. Also, their team had a legit shot to make noise in the playoffs. They had to play Golden State first. They don't have much experience in the playoffs, so
I still think it's because of his finger, De'Aaron Fox's finger.
I agree. But the Knicks fans, man, they're going crazy out here.
Oh yeah.
When does this get to be too? When do we start to rein it back and go like, okay, hey, like this is the second round, and we're also not doing that well.
I mean, Jalen Brunson, he got 38 points, 9 assists, like 7 rebounds. Like he's like dominating for them.
Yeah, Brunson, man, like this ain't gonna become the podcast where we just literally just fanboy over Brunson every game. But if he keeps performing like that, I don't mind it, bro.
Yeah,
like
and RJ Barrett's had some sneaky performances. He had 26.
I know, well, you know what he was doing, right? He watched the pod the other day. He called me up and he said, "Hey, I heard what you said." He said, "I heard what you said, and I'm gonna step up and get blocked right here." But no, I've noticed it too. He's had some sneaky games. He's in there getting in the 20s and scoring, becoming like showing up big for them in crunch time. I'm happy to see it. I've always liked him.
And I was trying to figure out who I could nominate for the Shooting Bricks Award for this Heat Knicks game.
Who we got? Did you get somebody?
No, because they were both playing very well. But again, since we're about to move into the Golden State Warriors game, Jordan Poole, once again, shooting bricks. The pool party's been crashed.
Woo! Ooh. Chippy, the pool party got crashed. Yo, Jordan Poole is the definition of shooting bricks right now.
Yeah.
That boy can't buy a basket.
I mean, I saw him hit one shot and then he got trigger happy. He was just shooting like he needs to take a few steps in.
No, he needs to take a few steps back, mentality wise, mentally. Like, I think him blaming the situation on, the minutes not being there and all of that is like, the reality is, bro, you need to just respond better.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, look at Lonnie Walker. I think a lot of guys feel like because right, because he got all that money, he feels like he doesn't have to do what a Lonnie Walker did. But Lonnie Walker was in the rotation, bounced out of the rotation, in the rotation. They took him out again. He sat for a long time, didn't play. But when his number was called in game four, he responded. And that's what Poole needs to do, is just show everybody why he got that big contract last year. The game is obviously there. He had all season where he was a dog last year. He can do it. He just has to respond on the court and not pout about it. Don't feel bad for yourself. He'll be fine.
Yeah, and Draymond actually had a good game last night. Curry did. Klay Thompson's still struggling a little bit. The Lakers, I was actually impressed with Darvin Ham. I think Darvin Ham's actually a good coach.
I think he's a good coach too.
I was like, why did they hire him? That was my first initial impression when they did it. But now I'm starting to understand. And Dennis Schroeder's even playing well for the Lakers. And we'll get into
Klay hasn't looked the same since he came back, even last year.
Yeah.
Some games he's on, some games he's not. I think that, I hate to call something like this early, but this is just my take. It's just my opinion. You can agree or you can disagree. I think that the days of Klay being what we remember are over.
Yeah, me have back-to-back serious injuries.
Yeah. And you know what? Father Time catches up to everybody. Some people takes way longer to catch up to. Some people, it happens to him early and doesn't take anything away from the career that he's had so far. But I'd like to see him extended out. He's a shooter, so he'll be able to play for a long time, which is good for him.
Exactly. And I know the fourth quarter's right here. I'm still looking for this Anthony Davis injury because I know last night, I'm going to wait for, I think it's coming up soon here, but I know that all the guys on TNT were laughing about the fact that he got carted off in a wheelchair.
You saw that?
And it was a head injury. He was able to walk, didn't have a concussion, and they wheelchaired him out.
I thought that was hilarious. There's a lot of the fans coming after the guys for laughing and getting on them about it, but I thought it was just funny. Those guys played in an era where they were fighting for, I don't want to say fighting for their lives, but they were getting smacked around. They were getting beat up. There it is. They were getting beat up. So when those guys see this, you getting wheeled off,
he's not even
from
wobbly.
Getting elbowed in the head,
as he's walking right now, he's walking fine. He's just got hit in the head. I don't know. I didn't actually see the injury because I don't know how serious it was, but right there he looked like he was fully capable of walking on his own 2 feet.
He looked like he was fine. Yeah, I thought that moment was hilarious during the coverage last night. Let me ask you something. Have you seen the video online of the dog that's shooting the baskets?
No, I haven't.
Calling the series? Okay.
No.
So there's this dog, and he's at the top of the stairs, and his owner put 2 baskets, one with a Lakers backboard and one with a Golden State backboard. And they're throwing a ball up to him, and he's hitting the ball, and the ball is going into the baskets. And they did it for game 1, but they did it all at once. They did it for game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. The dog is 5-0 right now on the baskets that he hit. He called Lakers game 1. He called Golden State game 2. Then he got 2 in a row for the Lakers. And then he got the 1 for Golden State last night. So I think I'm just waiting for the next game to see if this dog predicted the series. But so far it's 5-0.
Oh wow, I didn't even know it was around. I gotta find this video and show
you
it to these guys.
you gotta check that video out. It's great.
Speaking of funny videos, what's more outrageous, the dog predicting the wins, or Dwight Howard doing a Taiwanese commercial in all Taiwanese language?
I mean, Dwight's always had the Shaq persona. I know they hate when you do that. Both of them don't like when you do that comparison, but it is what it is. He's always had that persona where super marketable guy.
Yeah.
If I could have predicted any NBA player to do a commercial like that in another language, it'd have been Dwight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to show you this video. It's just kind of to me, I'm an Orlando fan. To me, I was laughing about it. It's cool that he's doing that, but for me, it's kind of still it feels a little bit of absurd.
I mean, of course it's absurd. That's the point in the commercial. Like the absurdity of big ass Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Speaks probably zero Taiwanese. I think that's the absurdity of it. But it's great that he's still getting deals and stuff. Is he playing over there right now?
Yeah, he's playing.
Didn't he
He's
have
shooting
like
threes.
a monster game over there?
Yeah, he's actually doing really well. He's dominating. He should dominate regardless of what age he is.
should.
But I got to play the soundbite of him trying to speak their language. It is absolutely hilarious.
I would love to see that. Well, guess that's the end of the package. Guess we should wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So like tonight we'll find out if Philly clinched and Denver. Because I know there's some injuries that Denver and the Phoenix Suns are facing right now. I know Chris Paul's not playing. DeAndre Ayton is not playing.
Man.
And Jamal Murray might actually sit out with an illness.
I mean, if all those guys don't play for Phoenix, then I think we pretty much put a bow tie on.
I would say Phoenix is done unless
Put a bow tie on that one.
But I would be shocked if Devin Booker and Durant became the first ever set. I don't know if this is true, but they could see them both getting over 40 points each. I don't know if they would be the first set of teammates to do that. I'd have to look that up. But
I don't think so. But that'd be nuts.
they could both get 80 points between the two
I mean,
of them.
they're going to have to if they want to try to win that game.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys for checking out the pod. Once again, if you like what you saw here, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the pod. Follow us on all of our socials, man. We appreciate you guys so much. Everybody take it easy.